But that's what I mean. It's still radio. But the problem is, do you remember the? Do you remember the ATI cards?
I was going to say, I'm old enough. I remember when AMD cards were ATI cards.
Yeah, I used to have an ATI card way back when Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 launched. Now, and that machine was, well, way old. But it ran Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 no problem, and it was an ATI card. But the game back then was specifically, even it's got it on the box,
Optimised for that. So.
Optimised for an ATI card. It was ridiculous. It was optimised for the exact same card that I had. But you don't get that these days now.
No.
So, I mean, like I said, once you finish doing whatever, chuck it towards Tim as well, see what he thinks, and see what he can...
Yeah.
See what he says. You were there, weren't you, were you there when...
I was there Thursday when we took to work, because you sent to the wrong card or something when they first off.
It's not good.
No.
But she was going for a Radeon as well.
I was actually messing around with the configuration as well. Actually, I managed to, if I mess around with the specs, I managed to get a 24 gig 7900 XTX into the budget.
But
which is literally AMD's top card. I could make that work. It's like...
Yeah, you can make it work, but like we say, have you done a bit more background to see how, in terms of games, for that? No, I'm just saying, have you done a bit of looking into the game, for what games...
Well, what I've done, they're not as... Like I said, and this is what I'm saying, with Intel, especially where you're going, AMD are grabbing more market share, and that to me will push, if even at 100%, that will push driver development. Because game makers aren't going to want their games to not work.
Problem is with... Not being funny, problem with AMD is it's a bit like Nvidia sometimes. They get lazy. But AMD have never been good with support. Not just gaming support, they've not even been good for driver support for cards. I mean, we're talking a while back, but whether that's changed, but the thing is, I've never had an update. Actually, thinking about it, I've not had, since I've owned this laptop, the work laptop, I've never had an update for my graphics card. Never. Yeah.
This is going to be a very interesting drive.
But you see what I mean about them being quite lazy on card support drivers? I've never had an update. And that, to me, is not good.
Yeah.
Whereas I bet if I turn that other fucking laptop on, which I'm going to have to at some point. If I'm gonna have to at some point because there'll be a fucking Windows update and a graphics card driver update to do. I know that. I'm not the whole I'm not the whole Nvidia fanboy here. I just it's like you. This is the thing. It's like you, and I'll use this as a prime example. What was your biggest gripe? Was it Samsung or Apple?
Yeah, Samsung phones. I've never actually had an Apple. I don't tend to be a Samsung. I've had them in the past. I've never got on with them, so I've always ended up with something else.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've always had apart from that one ATI card yonks ago, I've always had an Nvidia card. My other card was an Nvidia, and that was the GTX 550 in my 10-year-old machine. Then I had a 3090. Then I got a 4090 by some miraculous hard drive failure. SSD failure, sorry. But I'm not, you know, I haven't had enough of the product to fanboy about it. It's just from experience of, like, you know, like owning a laptop as well as not had any fucking driver support for fuck knows how long. And then just, that's the case in point on AMD all over. I mean, yeah, okay, I've got Intel in the other lap. What the fuck is on the back of that?
A lot.
Of what? Concrete?
No, it mainly flour.
That was flour? Jesus.
36,000 litres of the stuff.
I thought we were distributing the flour.
I turned it back off, didn't I? I told you, because we'd already got like 30,000 in the production.
Oh, right, okay. So what are you doing? Just selling that?
Yeah. See what I get around debating whether to buy the bakery. But no, we need eggs for that, I don't know. I will say.
We haven't got the egg.
I get for this.
Problem is, we haven't got the egg production coming in.
We've got a little bit going in, but I've got a little bit of eggs on the back of this thing, on the top of this thing now.
Yeah, I know, but the egg, we're a bit slow on the eggs at the minute. You know, I don't know.
We'll see what happens. I'm still messing around with things.
Seriously, if you're gonna actually text me shit, not text me, if you're actually gonna email me shit.
Well, look, I thought you went to see it, okay? Well, I hope the people in this town like flour, because they're about to have a whole lot of it to friggin' sell. Oh my lord! That's why you don't look at menus while driving, folks. I came out, I was looking at prices. I come out of the menu, my front wheels were hanging over the friggin' river like the Italian job. Luckily, I didn't lose the truck.
Yeah, so they're definitely pleased with the video because I don't even know about that as well.
That's good.
Send me an email. Send me an email in the next few days. It's like, it's just...
I just nearly rolled the truck when he said lean it on a wall to stop it falling over. Oh, that was a nice big sale, wasn't it?
Nice.
Basically 100 grand for 36,000 litres of flour.
At this moment. No, they don't. Good. It's fine by me. Fine by me, gives me a chance to chill and get back on.
Catch up on some of your other jobs.
Well, the only other job is actually getting my drawing tablet attached to this PC and getting it to work with Photoshop and
Getting back into that.
yeah,
Have you ever actually with that PC? Wow. Never actually used it with that PC. Wow, that's amazing. You had that PC a while.
Yeah, I've not actually used the drawing tablet with this PC. I've used it on the laptop, and I need to get Photoshop on the other machine as well. I need to get it put on that other laptop because I want to be able to use it and draw, and
Yeah.
because July might be a good time as well to draw. Just I've got a couple of ideas, and one I need to find a photograph. If I can't find a photograph, I have to retake that photograph. There's a photograph I want to take a little bit of inspiration from. Well, I have a couple of ideas to do with a little bit of design with it, and it's, like I said, it's just getting time to sit down.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, man.
You know, we record two times a week.
You record more like 5 or 6 though, don't you?
Well, we record 2 times a week. I live stream twice a week. So that's 4, but then if there's any more other recording I want to do, I've got to get that done.
Yeah.
But I've come to the conclusion now, after losing that sheet, that if I'm not struggling for anything, I'm just gonna...
Not panic as much.
I'm not. It's not that I'm panicking. It's whether I just hang back I hang back on anything I was going to think about recording. Hang back till at least August.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just maybe if there is anything I want to do, like the RW thing that I mentioned.
Yeah.
Whether that just gets lived and then the lives just get released.
Yeah, it's one way.
Like the lives just get released on YouTube instead.
But you can still edit them into episodes if you want. You don't have to just do them as...
I don't have to do it failure style.
Just upload the entire...
But I can technically, like I re-release the Among Us in full.
Yeah.
For anybody that's wanting to watch it in full can do so.
Yeah.
But maybe look down at doing, like I say, 3 or 4 maybe. I'll call it a 5 hour. 5 hours of, Rimworld or something. Split down.
There's probably 10 episodes there if you split it.
Decently.
8 to 10.
Yeah. It depends what happens when and what and where and...
Oh, I know what you mean.
Shit like that. It just... Because there might be points where I might not be able to split it exactly on timing because there might something happens that takes a while to deal with, and
A raid turns up at just the wrong moment.
yeah. Oh, that's my question. That's what I was supposed to ask you. That's a good point. It's just actually made me remember. Did we ever have guests in our multiplayer?
No, we were always talking about maybe bringing Tim in, weren't we? We just never...
No, I don't mean that. in the colony? Did they ever appear and stay?
I can't remember now, to be honest with you.
Well, I've seen Alex do it.
Does he not have like a mod that had? Because you can get occasionally like people visiting, but I think he has a mod that you've got to almost like run a hotel.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know because I don't know if he has his mod list anywhere.
I haven't seen it. I know he's running a lot of mods.
Oh, he's running more than I am. And I'm running a couple that are similar to him. Not because of him, because I knew of them. You know what I mean? We'd previously used a mod, possibly. I don't know. I'm just wondering what. I know you get visitors because I've had visitors come past, but it's just I wish I could find out exactly what he was running. And the fact is, sometimes you'll say, "Oh yeah, I'll post a mod list up," and he never fucking does. It's like post the mod list up because it made me wonder because obviously they were leaving stuff for him. Well, I figured out my little I figured out my problem with my boom loops. I did. I split them. And part of the problem was I accidentally instead of releasing one to the wild, I am clicked on the slaughter.
Oh, that's gonna end explosively.
Yes it did. Especially when it sets off a chain reaction and you forget that your original barn floor was made of straw. Did I have any deaths? No.
Oh, you managed to avoid that then.
I didn't. Well, a couple of animals perished. None of my colonists died. A few of them suffered from heat stroke, mind, even though that barn was air conditioned. The fact that the temperature got so hot in there, even the air conditioning couldn't deal with it. It was like, fuck.
I bought you a present. I've bought you a present.
Oh, okay.
I'm bringing it over to you now. Bear with me one moment.
So yeah, and it was like, I didn't realise I'd actually...
You'd hit the slaughter button.
I'd hit the slaughter button. And I hadn't realised I'd done it on more than... Because I thought, oh, well, I need to release... Yeah, I need to want to release some of the boomer lobes back. And I was like, what the fuck? And I hadn't realised I'd done it on 2. So I thought I'd dealt with one thing, and unfortunately it happened again. So I was like, fuck.
This present should really speed things up in certain aspects of our farm.
Ooh, nice. What made you get the track?
It's the option. This one doesn't have options for anything else, I don't think.
No.
The harvester was second hand, the header and the header trailer weren't. But as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger than the one you're currently using.
What we're doing with this one then?
Might as well sell it. I know it's going to be worth feck all because it's so old, but you said it yourself, it's a square count.
Yeah. Does that mean?
But I know you talked about changing the harvester.
Yeah, I did.
And that it still cost us nearly £500,000.
I'm guessing that because we had quite a lot of money.
Yeah, and I'd take out extra loan because the header was 150 grand.
Did we actually pay off any of the loan?
No, but I've added more to it.
Fair enough.
But I'm gonna actually no, I might as well empty this. I might just go and empty it 'cause I think there's be more left on this field than room in this trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go and empty this and bring it back, and then I'll take the Massey and sell it. But yeah, I know you talked last time that you maybe thought about wanting to get a new harvester.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't expect.
Well, it came up on the used vehicle section. I thought, you know what, we did some really big sales. It appears this grain mill might do us a longer on us again. Because I say I got 100 grand for what was waiting at that grain mill. And I'm about to take a lot more oats up there, so if we can use that to sort of help pull us through. You know what I mean? I mean, my next thing is probably going to be land. Once we've built a bit more money back up, is I'm looking at some of these really big fields around us. Because now we've got that beast, like a really big field of oats, well fertilised.
Yeah.
Because I think the tank capacity on that is like 16,000 litres.
Let's get this. Unfold. Did we not have this one before?
I think we might have had it on previous series, I can't honestly remember.
Problem is,
It's just like say, it purely came up as a used option. That's the only reason why I had time to look at used vehicles and it was there.
do you think
And I was like, well, if
do you
we've
think
got
that
the money.
do you think even if you got the extension on, do you think that this pipe could fit that trailer?
Probably would, yeah. Because it's a lot bigger. That's the thing, the harvesters are a lot bigger in general.
I mean, do you think it's worth putting the extension on?
I wouldn't bother just for now. I think see how it goes on. Excuse me. But do you like it?
Yeah, Alan won't know what to do with himself. Will he?
No, I'm quite a bit's going to change by the time he gets back. Right, there you have the tractor's back.
Yeah, the trailer header, by the way, is in the
Farmyard, yeah. Hey, it's you versus the guy who tells you not to worry about. God, look at the size difference.
Yeah. Like I
It
said.
allows you to get the fields done quite a bit quicker.
Yeah, but the thing was, I didn't even notice that the money had changed because I was just sat here chatting to you and
Working away. Yeah, well, I know
Working.
I did a load of selling and we were like 450
Oh, I know
grand.
we were over 400,000 when I low, but I hadn't even realised.
then I
Even when you said, "Oh yeah, I've got a present for you," it's like I didn't even look at the money. Didn't even notice the money.
And then I looked and that harvester was 330 grand in the sale. So I'm like, if I don't do it now, I won't because I have to have it. I'm like that in Riverbend right now. I keep thinking should I upgrade the harvester, but it's like the harvester does what it needs to do. If one comes up used like that, I may consider, but I was just like, you know what, it's come up used, it's a sign, we've got the money. I had to take out a small loan just to make sure we could buy the right header. But I say if we can get our hands on, or if like the AI plants like oats on some of these massive fields and we can get contracts now, we should be able to wallop through contracts.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder.
With that thing.
Makes me wonder as well. Do we also look at getting the other header for this as well?
Or for doing grain, to doing like corn and stuff.
Not
Yeah, well,
right
you
now.
build it. No, you build it. Well, that's like 144 grand as well. It's like a 12-meter working width, so it'd be great for.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It shouldn't, yeah, but that wouldn't be too hard to do. So it's to achieve
Oh, no.
money-wise.
Well, see, I think for now, ideally I'd like to try and get a little bit more land. Now, once you finish, I'm going to start cultivating that field, but you've got the long grain rice field to do as well. Unless you want to do the cultivation and I'll do the harvesting for the second price, entirely up to you.
I mean, if you want to do the harvesting, you'd have to just...
I would. I can have a play with that new machine as well.
You'll just
Oh,
have,
you barely got to use it.
you'll just have to, what do you call it? Yeah, I think if you did put the extension on that,
It would fit.
I think it'd fit. Just looking at it.
And there we are, the old one's been sold. So we didn't get a lot of money back for it.
Kind of didn't expect us to, be honest.
No, I knew we wouldn't. I 100% knew we wouldn't.
Oops.
Say it's it's more for the square count.
Yeah. What are you wanting? I don't know what you're going to do with that horse. There's not a lot there.
Jump in the silo for now if you want, and we'll move it up
Well,
to
you're
the
in the
grain.
tractor, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I was looking for another tractor. I was moving stuff around. There, I'm in it now. Yeah, I'll do it. You need to bother putting that back on the head. Well, actually, yeah, 'cause I need to move the header trailer off the field. So if you're going to start cultivating. So once again, I would put oats or wheat or something on this field this time. In fact, you don't need to cultivate, do you? We've got a direct drill.
Yeah, maybe direct drill.
Which reminds me, there's a couple of fields need fertilising. I might do that quickly before I No, let's get the harvesting done first, because if the rain comes in,
Yeah. What time?
we can still fertilise in rain.
Rain
2 o'clock, won't it? We can still fertilise during rain. So,
There you go. Harvesters
thank you, sir.
connected
I'm
up.
just
Should be
bringing the
connected to
trailer
that
out.
trailer.
Yeah. You got the JD there to do the planting with. Like I say, put whatever you want on that field, but I'd put wheat or barley or oats or something to that nature on it this time.
Yeah.
We've got our next big vegetable crop thing getting on the go, so we might as well get back to cereal crops for a little bit.
I can put wheat on because then we'll possibly get straw off it.
Yeah. And also chicken food and stuff in it. Extra
Yeah.
chicken food, we've got quite a bit.
Have you fed the chickens?
Yes, I did it yesterday. In game yesterday.
Just checking.
Just chicken.
I used to say just checking, but you know. It's
I know you did, but it just sounded good.
Hmm.
Just chicken. Man, that header trailer is huge. Well, so the header's huge, I know, but
I know. It's
and the header trailer's got 6 wheels.
yeah. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, this should make like harvesting so much quicker.
In theory, yeah. Now, which field have I just fucking done? Jesus Christ.
9.
So is that field ready then?
What field's that?
That you're doing now?
Yeah, it's long grain rice.
What about, is the other paddy field not done?
No, because they're at different stages.
Alright, fair enough.
But field 3 and the bottom half of field 4 both need fertilising, so that can be the job after this. Yeah, I think we didn't flood this field when we were supposed to, and we lost quite a lot.
Mm. A bit of an oops moment.
Yeah. I mean, if we get up to 500,000, we can buy field 12 at the bottom here, which only has barley on it.
Yeah.
But that will be another good one. We could probably split in half.
The problem is,
Or we could have one as like one big field. Now we've got this equipment.
that's the thing. If we're thinking about it, we could always have.
One really big field and we just select a crop to go on it.
Yeah. I mean, I know this is right now. You know, this is talk, but it's a case
Well-
of, well, yes, we're talking, but
It's a case of knowing what we're aiming for.
yeah, more like
Because
it's
if
probably.
we don't, that's when we end up missing random things, or we end up on a right weird path. At least if we think about it and talk about it, we've both got an idea of
what we want to do.
Sorry, is that header trailer slightly in your way, or?
No, I was trying to set up. There we go. I was setting up steering assist because it hadn't been done. It resets
Oh, yeah.
sometimes, doesn't it?
Oh, this thing is romping through this field. Great.
Useful, isn't it? Having bigger machinery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of wonder why I kind of banged on about getting.
Yeah,
bigger
but I don't
machinery.
think you need to go straight to this side, did
No,
you?
no.
He's just saying when the used vehicle section offered me that. The ironic thing is now offering me a really little Landini.
Ooh,
Yeah, we have like the biggest harvester and a little Landini olive tractor.
little Landini olive tractor.
Yeah. To
That,
go with our freaking 1100.
you know, that makes me wonder, are we actually going to get into anything like that?
That's entirely up to us. I mean, I'm not against it. I've never been the absolute biggest fan of it.
Yeah, but the only problem is we need, if we're going to do that, to see a potential return, we need a decent bit of land.
Yeah, well, we've got plenty of not bad bits of land we could
No,
do
but
it
you know
on.
what I mean. We need a big-ish plot of land because, you know, to see return, like I said, to see return out of it, you don't want.
Yeah.
Dude, why you were supposed to be following the marker, yet you're not following the marker?
By dude, you mean you?
No, I mean AI steer assist. That's a problem. I'll get this done.
I think well, the pipe actually is long enough to reach beyond the edge of the header, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, it actually genuinely is. I'm quite surprised at that.
I know, but I was more meaning, do you think it'd do the trailer extensions?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I'm looking at how much above the trailer it is right now.
And that, like I said, that's a discussion point for future.
Hmm.
It'll be funny though when Alan joins back.
See how much has changed.
Where's the harvester? Right there.
Yeah, we planted it in a grow bag. It got a bit bigger.
You sprayed it with Miracle Grow.
Yeah.
Problem is, I think, like I say, it is long overdue, just the fact that we are working with the field sizes now.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying I am not arguing at all.
No, I know, I'm just saying that.
That's why, like I say, when I saw the opportunity, I thought, you know what, let's just take it.
Which I'm surprised at.
I kind of am, because I was there looking at fields and stuff, but...
Yeah, but usually you are.
Hmm.
I mean, it totally... What's that for?
That is, field 2 is that massive field of carrots, so I'm going to rent the big Colossus machinery. Because I think if I'm right, our first field will be ready next, so we've got enough hours on it. We'll rent the machinery, do that, and then do our own field.
That's what I mean, you're going to do the contract first.
Yeah, well, we'll have to do the contracting today, so when we finish fairly soon, I think we're going to have to leave it on today.
Oh yeah, it won't be, yeah. You just have to walk.
Because the rain is only supposed to be for like an hour, so we'll still be able to get that done afterwards.
He hopes.
If we get that contract done, we keep the machinery.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, next time we have at least two of our fields of root crops should be ready to harvest.
Oh yeah.
So we can do them as well. And basically the contract should just about pay the rental fee. If you get what I mean?
The contract.
Because the Colossus costs us a bit to rent, it'd be about 25-30k.
Yeah, but how much is the contract?
22.
Oof.
So that's pretty much going to pay our, plus there might be, I think there might be some more. But that pretty much pays our rental. Which means we get to harvest all our fields for free. But I'll rent it with like the freaking 10-metre oversized working width on and everything.
Oh yeah.
I'll wallop through the fields. And where are we taking it to? The farmer's market. Okay, that's interesting. I've never sold loose crops straight to there.
Yeah, because some of it you think would.
It's just something I've never done, because we always
what is it?
send it to our... Carrots.
Of course they're gonna eat. Mainly fresh carrots. Farmers market makes sense because
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping it would go because there's a parsnips one that goes to the canning factory. If I take that one as well, that's
yeah, I know. But what I'm saying.
lining myself up work for next time.
What I'm saying. Well, that'll be Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, are we gonna stick to this Wednesday?
Yeah. No, I want to. If we're in the sort of thing with it, we might as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, hello.
That's early.
Hmm.
That's just screwed you, hasn't it? Because you're.
No, it kind of hasn't because I can leave. It might just mean that we called this a little earlier.
Would you want to? You want what time, but you kind of can't because I'm seeding.
Yeah, we can. I can drop time for now. I can drop time. It's if we skip a day while you're seeding with a field at 2 stages. I don't want.
No, you don't want that.
Well, we can just drop time. We can probably call our session for tonight.
Hmm.
And then we resume on Wednesday. We get past this rain.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to unload all this long grain rice and take it down to the canning factory just so we can get that working on production.
Okay.
You might as well do that until we actually stop if you want to know.
I was just literally sort of gonna finish. Well, it depends. I was gonna wait for you to get back.
Well, I just want to take this to the canning factory, bring it back, and then that with me. Because then once this field's harvested, you've done that. This field wants replanting with long grain again.
Long grain can be done off the seed, can't it? Yeah,
that's why we do long grain. Because it's that seeder, it's standard harvesters.
Yeah.
Come on. But that's already one of this trailer full 20,000 litres. In fact, I might swing back to the shop on the way back and put the extensions on this, like you said.
It just kind of makes sense.
Now we kind of, and I'm not worried because we've got tractors that are big enough. You know what I mean? We've got tractors with the horsepower.
Well, we've got.
It would have been no good doing that. We've got the John Deere, we've got the Massey, and we've got this Valtra.
Got a Valtra as well.
We've got a lot of nice machinery now, actually.
Next for the lineup will be a New Holland. Alright. The problem is I'd rather go for a New Holland first before a Fendt, because I know what you like.
Yeah. Yeah, plus as well, to be honest, we've already got 2 Agcos.
Yeah.
You know, the Valtra and the Massey are both Agco, which is Fendt.
Yeah.
So we've technically already got 2 of theirs on the farm. Although I suppose we've now technically got 2 John Deeres as well. We had 2 Masseys. So it will be. Just so I'm just keeping my eye on the use list. So if it happens to be that Fendt comes up used and it looks good for us, we might get it.
Yeah. Well, I've stopped.
Yeah, well I'm just dropping this at the canning factory now. I'll then go back to the shop and put the extensions on this and back to the farmyard. What's up?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 13 stuff. 13 stuff for the wood up at the sawmill and like shit tons.
Yep.
Like
Wood chips. That's alright, that can be dealt with in the future.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cement.
That's good, yeah. Now I've turned off those planks that the thing has had enough of.
Yeah,
so it's not producing those anymore.
This is where the Massey is.
Yeah, because I've got the Massey loading stones. Although we might need the Massey back because I think if next month one of us is doing like root crops, the canola field's going to be ready. We might need both tippers. Yeah, if we get those 2 contracts done first, then like I say, we can skip the day.
Well,
and then move on to our own fields.
Yeah, once I'm just make sure we're finished doing.
Yeah, we've got the harvesting, we've got the planting done and that. And then, like I say, we absolutely load our canning factory with root crops, and the preserves sell for big money. So that then hopefully will buy us like the barley field and stuff. I think I keep an eye because that field 12, if that comes up as a contract, that should be good, and we've got we're ready for what we do. But I'm just going to need another 2 minutes to head up to the shop, and then I'll be done. Man, that's a big harvest.
It is a big.
Have you noticed as well? Look at the calendar. We've got apparently a tornado in March again.
Kidding?
I'm not. Snow in December and February.
Yeah.
Snow in December could be an arse because I think there'll be an odd field, there'll be a ready, but we can make it work. What are you doing with that trail?
I'm just going up here.
Oh, right, fair enough. I can see the trailer, but it hasn't loaded the tractor in yet on my screen.
That's weird.
So it's just a trailer running down the road by itself.
No, I'm just.
But yeah, we didn't get a lot for the old harvester. We got like, I think it was about 25 grand.
It's better now. Better than what we got for some of the old equipment.
There we are. It was actually free to have that extension as well. That was nice.
Nice. Yeah, I think the boom would go on. The boom would go on to that now. Probably.
Oh, it'll clear it for fun. That new one will clear it for absolute fun. The old one, I think the old one would have done, but it just had to have been very, very precise.
Right. You went back to the farm.
Oh, I'm taking it back, yeah, no problem. Well, I'll take this back and put it back in the field with the...
yeah, you can with that.
Harvester.
I was just bringing this.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, you said we need the massive back, so I was going to bring it back. It's kind
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
Now, he pulled in front of me and then hit the brakes.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should start fitting tractors with dash cams.
That's the fact, yeah.
Makes you wonder why tractors never have dash cams.
I think it's a lot have these days. I think even some are even doing like trucks doing having like the full 360 camera systems on them. So yeah, as of next time, this top part of field 8 here, which is carrots, should be ready. The parsnips, which are field bottom of 4, look like they should be ready.
Yeah, and I just like I said, I need to finish off. Where you going? I was going to say where you going, but
I'm taking this over the field. No, but like I said on top, before we skip the day, next time we'll start off still in this day.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, I get it.
Because I'll need to do field 2 and 41.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder why they never. I always wondered why these trailers will never fill up with water.
Well, it's like
open cover and snow.
Yeah, what I said, didn't they not used to fill up with snow, I seem to remember?
I don't know. Was that not a mod?
Could have been. I'm back at the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Ah.
But no, I just like do like the noise of this massive. No, well. Time to shut down. So, yeah, we're going to end this one here. So, obviously, thank you to everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you, David.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, it wasn't. Thank you, David, for being here.
Pleasure as always.
And we shall see you for the next one. So, until then.
Later, folks.
Goodbye for now.